even their strategy of giving you 10 cents or 20 cents, whatever it factors off of your gasoline, is to get you back to their parking lot so that you go, oh, I needed to pick up this while I was here. Mm-hmm. Are you, as a business owner, leveraging your data the same way?
I would say, I'm going to throw a number out there, and it may be totally false, but let's just say on a revenue perspective, I'm going to say if you're doing 8 figures, 10 million or more, you're probably doing at least an average job with it. If you're doing below that, you're not, and there's a lot of meat left on the bone. Or you just haven't been around long enough to do that, but you're doing it great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, you've got to, I mean, if we think about why is Amazon so successful? Well, because it's easy. That you don't have to enter your credit card in every time. It's just you click the button that's already got your information saved, right? Mm-hmm. It already knows what you're looking for before you know what you're looking for. It's making suggestions. And
delivered to your house the same day.
They'll deliver to your house the same day. All of those things, they are making it easier to buy. If you are out there, you're not leveraging data, you're not getting in front of your customers, whether it could be from a very noble place. You could be like, well, I don't want to bug people. Mm. Okay, your competitors are. Mm-hmm. And if you have a quality product and you are a better product, whether that's from a pricing standpoint, whether that's from a quality standpoint, maybe it's both, than your competitors. Mm-hmm. You're actually saying that your customers or your potential customers are not important enough.
Yeah.
For you to either engage with that discipline, learn that discipline, or hire somebody who can help you with that discipline.
I'm going to throw something else out there for everybody today, and because AI is a big hot talking point right now. And again, the average Joe doesn't know much about AI. They don't know the premium versus not premium, right?
Right.
Well, how are they going to find that out? Well, they're going to use that AI for their data. So I would say, like if you're on the verge of or on the trying to make a decision, I feel like I should get to know AI a little bit, learn more about it or whatever. Who better else to talk to than you guys about, because you've got performance, you've got analytics, you got all this stuff. You've already got the relationships in place. So that, how much time can you save people learning the AI industry just because they can talk to you guys because they're already working with you on a data perspective?
A ton. The other thing that I think ties directly into that is this misconception. There's a lot of people out there that are afraid of AI or think it's the big bad wolf or whatever that is. And so they're intentionally not learning it because they think it's going to go away. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not going away. And your competitors are going to be using it. And do you want to start off at where everybody was 2 years ago trying to figure it out? Or, Nick, to your point, do you want to circumvent those hard knocks or those things you didn't even know it could do and kind of get to the point of it helping your business, helping your customers, helping your team members, helping their families, etc.? Now, I forget who said it, but somebody likened it to the tractor and how when a tractor first came out, there were a lot of farmers that said, no, it's going to take my farm hands their job away. So we're not using a tractor. Well, what ended up happening? The guy that said, this is a tool, I'm going to use it. Now he's farming thousands of acres of land, and those other farms are gone away. Mm-hmm. The same thing is going to happen in businesses that leverage data and AI, and those that don't. Mm-hmm. And you will no longer remember the ones that didn't.
I just figured out what it is that makes you guys so unique, and that is, whether it's AI or data, at the end of the day, it's communication between humans. Mm-hmm. And you make sure that is front and center, that these are people that are being considered here, that are on the line here. These are all data it's on a spreadsheet, and it's names and all this, birthdays and all this other stuff, but it's people. Mm-hmm. And AI is, so you guys have a unique way of humanizing something that is quickly forgotten, that there's humans involved.
Right. Well, I mean, we're talking about AI doing prospecting. I think the timing factor is going to be huge. You know what I mean? So making sure that it's reaching out when it's supposed to, and all those things that make humans good with it and also make humans bad, it's going to pick up on those it's going to leave off the shortcomings, and it's going to add something new. Mm-hmm. So with that, you've got to be very deliberate and intentional in who it's reaching out to, what it's trying to accomplish, what the main goal is.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. And, I know I've told both of you this story, either collectively or separately, but, AI video, for instance. We know that when we get that video that says thank you for your order, and it says our name, and it says what product we bought, we know that that's not real. We know that was created by AI, and it was sent to us. My brother-in-law, so this is a shout out to Ammo Ceramic Coatings. I think they're out of New York. So we had this conversation, and we're talking through it. We had recently been working on an AI project together, and so he buys some products for his Jeep, and 10 minutes later, he gets this video that says, "Hey, Greg, just want to say thank you for ordering from us. This is the product you bought. This is how you're going to apply it. Oh, by the way, let me show you what we got in the shop." And the guy walks it through, shows you the new car that's in the shop and this and that. And he called me and he goes, "Man, I know that it was AI generated. I know that he wasn't talking to me. But man, it made me feel so good."
That's right. That's right.
So it does, if you're doing it right, it includes the human element. It helps build the relationship. It helps you continue to build the relationship with your customers or with your potential customers in a very systematic way that you have consciously decided upon.
So I agree with you. So let's talk about like leads, right? Mm-hmm. So Nick, you know this better than probably anybody, even me, right? Who's been in the lead business. So what we used to do is you would get a bunch of leads, you give them to a salesperson, right? And they work them, right?
Supposedly,
right. But now you've got the AI that's accountable and it does its own thing and it works them, right? So what's going to change? How are the lead vendors going to change? Because something's got to be different, right? Mm-hmm. You can't just, this person's filling in for a human. The data's got to follow that, right? So you can't just replace that human with AI, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. The whole strategy has to be changed. Mm-hmm. And I think that comes down to, where are you finding the people that you're going to talk to? Right. Do you do it through leads? How does that group play into your social media? How does it play into all the other things that are in your marketing mix? And
yeah, I mean, and again, when you have that lead or that group of records about one person, and when you do, the more you learn, you can add to it. Like, so, you might not have birthday included, maybe something so simple, but you can ask them and you can, right. And you can make it and you can get more information. You can find out, are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? And you can connect them to there and so on and so forth. So again, it just starts, it's a whole lot of handshakes. But again, a handshake can only go so far if all you do is introduce yourself and you never get past that, right? Hi, I'm Nick. Hi, I'm Nick. Hi, I'm Nick. Hi, I'm Nick. And that was in the old days, and I'm sure it's still happening today, especially with insurance agents, is they were just making a whole bunch of introductions and not having any conversations. Yeah. They weren't serving any problems. And this is how I kind of dumbed it down, and you guys can tell me what you think about this. But I literally had a conversation with an insurance agent the other day that's a client of mine. And an insurance agent was basically like, I want my leads to be like, when I call them, they're ready to buy. I'm like, all right, I hear you. That's great. But that's not a lead. Okay.
No, that's a sale.
That's right. That's a deal. No, so let's just dumb this down to say if this is a restaurant. All right. So the server doesn't have to call anybody. They don't have to invite anybody in. They literally just have a section. People just magically appear at their tables and order.
Right.
All right. So the owner of the restaurant paid for the location, that the hundreds of thousands or millions of cars drove by every so often, and people saw it. They took the time to advertise and do all the things that make those people, let them know that restaurant was there in the first place to be able to place that order. So again, the word lead gets misused so bad because somebody that's ready to buy right now isn't necessarily a lead. It's kind of like I'm the detective and I'm standing over the body, and Clayton walks up. He goes, "He did it."
Right.
I saw him. That's not a lead. You just helped me solve the case.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Well, and does that change? Like, you used to have like a lead life cycle, and now it's more of a journey, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and again, we understand that these are digital assets now. So again, it's maybe that the digital assets that I have on this group of people or that person right now isn't relevant. But again, they may not be buying, but do they have kids that might be a customer? Do they have friends and family that might be a customer? Did I let them know that, hey, if you have anybody that needs my services, I actually pay you X? That's like affiliate marketing is big for me. I love affiliate marketing. Changed my life. And that's like, you guys have given me a great opportunity with that, but because I have a great network of people that need your service. They need it.
Well, our ideal client is one that is open to a conversation that is deeper than their normal conversation with a lead supplier. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is our goal is not just to sell them leads. Don't get me wrong. That's our business model. That's how we generate revenue, right? Mm-hmm. But so much of the lead business has been turn and burn. Mm. And then that's old data, right? Mm-hmm. And there's nothing. It's just piling up over in the corner.
They're literally burning people,
or it's gone. Like they just got rid of it.
They don't stick around forever,
right?
I mean, how many? Like, think about your very first. Don't say the name, but are they even around anymore? The first people you bought age leads from? Do you think?
I doubt it. And and then the people, the leads that I bought, the information's changed. They're now married or they moved and stuff changes. So, but again, the people didn't change, just some information about them did. And I wouldn't have had to buy that lead again if I had just kept in contact and kept it current, right.
Well, if you're in this business or whatever business you're in, if you're in it for the long haul, let's just say you're talking about a lead where they're interested in health insurance and they're 50 years old. At some point, that becomes a Medicare potential customer, right? But if you're not doing anything with your data, if you just look at it as like, oh, I tried to call them, they didn't answer, guess they weren't interested.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do with that data in 12 years?
That's exactly, and this just dawned on. This just came to me, right? So like again, you follow people on social, on you friend request them or follow them on Instagram, whatever it may be. Right, so you have opted in to keeping up to wanting to see what that person's up to, but we don't do that with data just because it's not on an Instagram platform or a Facebook platform. But imagine if you did, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, like good salespeople do.
All social media did is take data and connect people and make it where it just constantly refreshes,
right?
And is current.
See, I'm glad you had him on, man. I learned so much.
Well, again, it goes back to if you think about what Sense Development does, it is a data-driven strategy. It's not just data, and it's not just strategy. It's how the two are married together so that it's not just banging away like we're doing 50 first dates. Mm-hmm. It's building that relationship over time because there's an evolving strategy. Mm. So you can't – you can buy tons of data, and you can use it one time and throw it away. Mm-hmm. But how do you use it going forward?
Well, Clayton, like I would say the thing that has stood out to me the most about you is like, dude, when I present a problem to you, it's I believe, and I might be wrong, but I don't think you stop thinking about helping me solve that problem until the solution happens. I think it's literally on your mind 24/7 until it gets there, and I can feel it when I'm talking to you. Like, dude, it's like you won't even let me push that problem to the side because you know how important it is for me to solve that thing and how big of a difference it's going to make. And like I'm telling you, like, I've known Jim and worked with Jim for a long time, but like there's something so special about y'all two guys and how you complement each other in the business. It's literally it's the perfect storm. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, that's awesome for you to say, and it means a lot, especially coming from you. And on that same token, Jim and I, we work very well together, and we have a common goal, which I think you have that goal too, which is to make sure that our customers are taken care of. You know what I mean? And that we're building a community and a family with our customers and with our business. And we have a responsibility to our current customers to make sure that we're still in business, right? So we're going to keep coming up with different solutions. We're going to keep moving forward. And, it's like times like this where it really helps our business, and I'm sure yours as well, just to kind of hash this out. Yep. But, getting back to leads, what we're doing today is not what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And we've just got to figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Clayton's like, marketing IQ is off the radar. It's unreal.
I think I fooled them.
Nah, I love it.
Dude, all I know is I've again, I've put you guys in front of some very successful people. The feedback's been unanimous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the proof's in the pudding, and you went through it with me first, so that I could feel comfortable to do that. And again, this has been a relationship that we've been. So as we're recording this today, it's March, but we were having our first conversations in September 24. Like, we didn't rush to market with this. It had to get right.
Right. Absolutely.
That's right.